Hey, I'm Lo, and we are making sense with Nickel. And today, our guest is Labeija.
Hello, hello.
Hey, thank you so much for allowing me to be in your creative space, especially while Ms. Rona is roaming around. I know your space is probably extremely sacred to you.
At this point, it's all I got left.
Right,
All I got
right,
left.
right. Your most recent project, Fool Me Once, is really close to 10,000 streams.
It is, and it's almost 1 year old at the same time.
So go listen.
Yes.
Not right now.
Please.
Watch this, but then
Have it on standby.
right. And where can they find it?
It's on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google, everything. It's also on YouTube too, so you cannot give me no excuse on why you do
No excuse.
None.
I'll beat your ass. No excuse.
None.
No excuse. So let's just dive into it. Just want to chat with you for a little bit. I want to start just from the beginning with you. Was there something that happened that clicked in your head to where you were like, this is what I want to do?
So I've been singing since I was a kid, like literally since birth at this point. And when my parents found out that I could sing, they were like in the church and stuff like that. So when they found out I could sing and stuff, I ended up going to like, church plays and stuff. And then as I got older and I started making friends and being able to travel, because we lived overseas, my friends were like, you should be in this talent show. You should be in that talent show. The feeling, like the adrenaline before the performance and then the feeling of feeling so accomplished after the performance, it felt so good. I was like, yeah, this is it. This gonna be the one. This is the one. So as I got older, I ended up like dating somebody and they were really into music, and then they really like changed my entire perspective of how I should see. And so once like that was over with, I started getting in connection with what I was really passionate about. And my favorite thing to do is be on stage. I love being able to see people react to the music. I love the reactions when it's like, okay, y'all know the next part, and then they know it, and then I'm just like, yes, like I'm freaking out. So that's how I feel about it. It feels good. Like this is something I really want to do for the rest of my life, to be honest. Like for real. Even if it's not something major, say I just work a full-time job, but then on the side, this is what I do. Yeah. I still want to do it. So that's pretty much, I knew like it feels good to see people react to it. So it just makes me want to do more so they can see more and want to hear my music and stuff like that. So.
I love that. I love that. And also before this, don't feel jealous because there's nothing you can do about it. But I was able to hear some of the things that she's working on, and they're amazing. So
it's on the way. It's on the way.
Just wait. Oh, you wait. Oh, you wait.
It's on the way.
So I actually have some questions from some of your friends.
Oh, God.
That I'm going to ask anonymously.
We're going to talk after this.
I'll start with an easy one first.
Okay.
Who would be your dream, included in your dream collaboration?
Oh, that was a good one. I like that. Are you saying as far as like the city or like if I wanted to work with?
In general. Okay,
so in general, I am like the biggest, fattest Ty Dolla $ign fan. Y'all, I'm gonna put Ty Dolla $ign in my will when I die, okay? But one of the people I can truly say is Victoria Monet.
Oh, I love her so much.
Yes, I love her. And also Ari Lennox. Mm-hmm. I literally cried when she came out on stage, and I just knew. I'm like, yeah, I got to be her little sister or something. Like, I just have to. So those are like two of the people I look up to the most in the music industry, especially for them finally being able to get their recognition.
Right.
So definitely them two, Ari and Victoria, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Great answer.
Yes.
Next question. That is anonymous. What's something you wish you would have done different with Fool Me Once?
I wish I would have put in more effort and also changed the engineering, like as far as making sure it got mixed and mastered correctly. One, because I realized I wanted to do a project in 2016.
Oh, wow.
I recorded Cake in November of 2016. I did not drop that project till 2019. It was only 7 songs. I could have done that in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did it take you so many years to drop it? Like, that was really, like, my main questions when I think about, like, what did you have going on? And, yeah, I recorded Cake and I recorded Not Together in the same week. And so that project, those 2 songs were being sat on for like 2 or 3 years, like 3, 4, 5 years. So like, why I couldn't have dropped it earlier and came out with the project then? When I decided that I wanted to drop something, first of all, I felt the pressure because all my friends were dropping projects. And I was like, bruh, this year is about to be over. It's literally September at the time. I gotta drop something. Like, I'm ready. It's about to be Culture Fest. I don't want to perform Cake every year. Let's do something. So, yeah, I decided, literally, when I started actually recording stuff for it, I started in like June of last year. And then by the time I had it done, it was like September. Okay. But I felt like it was so rushed. And I just kind of like try to piece everything together just so I could have some kind of product. And I was just like, I know this part messed up, but just make it sound good for now. And then that's it. So like, I really wish that I would have fixed the vocals more and had someone master and mix it for me. Okay. DMX is actually done because that song was actually off key. It was the What These Niggas Want part was very off key. And I work with a guy, his name is Grob.
I know Grob.
Grob, yes. He sent me, after I dropped the single, like 2 weeks later, he sent me another version of the song. It was like, hey, you might want to put this one on the project instead. And he literally like mixed it so good, you don't even know that I was off key on the original track. So that one's actually completed, like done. But the other ones, we just uploaded them through apps and just hoped for the best to get it mastered through an app or something like that. And then we just posted it and said, hey,
here it is.
Here it is. I'm like, congrats, you got a project out of me. See you next year. So I think those were the only 2 things, just the engineering and being able to spend more time, which is, as you saw earlier, what I was doing. So on my free time now, or when I come home from work, I actually put it in a schedule, like to work on music on these specific days. And then if I come up with any ideas, I'm still working on music even when I'm not on my laptop.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Rona.
Shout out to the Rona.
For the time.
35 whole days in the crib.
We love it. We love it. Thank you so much. What lessons did you take aside from that? From working on the project? Was there anything that you do now that was incorporated during that time?
Are you saying as far as like the process
just
of
everything,
getting it?
just even, is there anything that has changed in your routine of how you do things now?
Yeah, like I said, I spend more time doing it now because like they say, people only make time for what they care about. And so the time when I really think about it, it's like, did I even care? So I want to be able to put in the effort and come out with something better. Because, they always say, like, the sophomore curse, the second project's always the crappy one. So I don't want to be a part of that.
That is not true because...
You think?
Because B-Day is my favorite Beyonce album.
But it's Beyonce.
But that's it. I mean, I'm just saying. Beyonce. It didn't happen to her.
It don't count. It's Beyonce. It doesn't make sense, though. Okay, that makes sense. So but she probably put in the effort to get it done. Like, every song on that whole project was number 1.
And had a video.
Right.
She was giving us videos.
Girl, don't get me started, because this whole thing will be about Beyonce. But, I mean, yeah. So I just want to make sure that on this one, I want this to sound way better. Like, I've actually put money to the side. I didn't realize, I knew that it was going to cost money to get the finished product, but I didn't know how much.
Okay.
So on this, like, I have money to the side. I already know, like, who I want on this, what I want to work on, who's doing the video, who's doing the photos, what's the plan, when do I want to drop it, what kind of vibe am I going for. I've already put that like energy into it already just to prepare me for later. So yeah, hopefully I answered that question right.
You did.
Okay.
I mean, and I love that you talked about that, because I feel like with creating in general, it's a series of trial and error.
Yes.
So you have to kind of push and pull and figure out
what you want to do.
Yeah.
Ooh, because it is not easy. It's
Lord.
not. Like I told you earlier, I didn't know how much. I started to understand why they charge people so much to mix and master stuff and get stems, do vocals, and womp-de-womp. It took me like, you saw how many versions of the song I had, and it's like none of them sound good to me. And then it's like, hey, send me these stems. What are stems? Like, how do you send them? What do you do? Now I'm learning, and then I mess up on the stems after an hour and a half of downloading stems, and now I have to do it again, and it's 3 a.m. and I have to be at my job at 10:30. Like, this is, I didn't know that's how much, like, you had to put so much energy and effort into it. So now that I see that, I take it way more seriously. I have no choice.